here in Phoenix would like to see a sizzling hot performance by their Suns, reminiscent of what they demonstrated through the regular season and the first 2 rounds of the playoffs. TNT's postseason coverage continues with the defending champion Los Angeles Lakers facing the Phoenix Suns. Game 3 of the Western Conference Finals Series. The Lakers winning the first 2 games in LA. Hi, everybody. I'm Marv Albert along with Doug Collins, the new head coach of the Philadelphia 76ers. We'll have more on that as tonight's game progresses. Right here, let's check out the Taco Bell starting lineups. For the Lakers, Pau Gasol has had a magnificent postseason. Kobe Bryant, spectacular despite the sore knee. And Doug, as you mentioned on the pregame, Derek Fisher has played Steve Nash effectively with his physical presence. The Suns need much more off the boards from Amari Stoudemire, just 9 rebounds in 2 games. But Grant Hill and Jason Richardson played well in Game 2, and Alvin Gentry is still looking for more shots from that man, Steve Nash. Now, including the regular season, the Suns had dropped 5 of 6 games to the Lakers, and now they are faced with having to beat them in 4 of 5 games to reach the NBA Finals. Obviously a very difficult task. Time right here for Cold Hard Facts presented by Coors Light as we check out your keys for tonight.
Well, Barb, the Suns need a good first quarter, but a good defensive first quarter. They're giving up an average of almost 36 points in both of those games. They've dug themselves a hole, -9 in Game 1, -12 in Game 2. They need a good first quarter. That 3-point line, because of the Laker advantage in the paint, they want to win that by double digits. The bench spark at home, the Laker bench has been better in LA. You would expect the Suns to play better here at home. Channing Frye, 1 of 13. They need him, and the stars must shine. In LA, it was Kobe Bryant, Pau Gasol. Tonight, it needs to be Steve Nash and Amari Stoudemire.
Suns control the opening tip. Lopez, yes. Robin Lopez, second-year player from Stanford, gets it going. The officials, Monty McCutcheon, Ed F. Rush, Tom Washington. Bryant played by Hill here at the start. Fisher with the pass through the hands of Bynum.
Andrew Bynum still trying to get himself together. He usually gets off to very good starts in the first half and then really struggles in the second half to get himself warmed up after sitting a long time with that knee.
Stoudemire. He'll head to the line, and Alvin Gentry telling us that he has to have a much more active Amari Stoudemire.
And I think, Marv, for his psyche here at home, I mean, he's been all the talk show radio about Amari Stoudemire's got to play better. You see his numbers, the rebounding. That's what makes Charles Barkley crazy right there when he sees less than 7 rebounds a night. But Amari needs to get off to a good start here tonight to keep these fans behind him. He played so well in the second half of the season, actually well in the first 2 playoff rounds. He has not been himself here against the Lakers.
Foul was on Gasol. Yes, Amari turning things around following the trade deadline when things obviously settled down in his head. Gasol was taken off stride. Suns were looking for a travel on that hop-step move, and it was last touched by Phoenix.
Interesting matchup. That's a tough matchup for Robin Lopez to have to play Pau Gasol, who has the ability, as we saw, to put that ball on the floor and free it off the dribble.
Fisher for 3. Yes.
It's amazing. He is a much better player on the road than he is at home. Using all that championship experience, that poise, he has a real cool level head on the road that the Lakers need.
Nice pass inside, but Stoudemire cannot finish off the lead from Nash. Artest has shot well over the first 2 games. Bynum had a good shooting performance in Game 2. Bryant now played by Richardson. Shot clock down to 6. Kobe finding the open man, and Artest not able to hit from 3. Bryant with the rebound and score.
Well, the Suns can't allow that to happen. They cannot force a tough shot and allow Kobe Bryant to rebound the ball and get a second chance opportunity.
Stoudemire will try to get him involved early, and he'll head back to the line.
See, I like what Amari has done there. He slipped the screen, and what I mean by that, he really doesn't set the screen. As soon as Steve starts to go, he moves quickly, and the rotation has been slow there. The first time he beat Gasol on a drive, got to the foul line. That time, the rotation slow to get over. So very positive sign here, him getting to the free throw line early in this game.
Foul is committed by Bynum. Game 1. Amari did have 23 points and a blowout, but only 3 rebounds. Game 2, 7 of 14, 18 points, but only 6 rebounds.
He's got to do a better job on the boards. I mean, when you look at it, I mean, in the first 2 series, Marv, actually, Jason Richardson and Grant Hill really were their leading rebounders. Those wing players got back and did a nice job, but in a game like this, when you have this size of the Lakers, you've got to have Amari Stoudemire getting double-digit rebounds.
Gasol with the jump hook over Lopez.
That's in rhythm. That's way too deep. Lopez has got to do his work early. You heard the studio talking, I think it was Kenny Smith. You've got to meet him sooner and not let him walk into the rhythm of the play. Watch as Gasol just sort of comes across in that triangle offense. If he catches the ball that deep, it's going to be a long night for the Suns.
Chess looking to front. Richardson has shot well over the first 2. Stoudemire with the pick for Nash. Here's Nash. And it's put down by Lopez. Robin Lopez has played very well for a guy who had been out since late March with a bulging disc in his back, missing 20 games, the last 20 games of the regular season. He's done a good job. Beyond expectation for the Suns. Gasol showing the outside touch.
Is there a more skilled big man in the game, Marv? I mean, he can get you in the post. You just saw the jump shot, the way he runs the floor. He can pass out of a double team.
Nice pass, Stoudemire. This foul, yes. The basket counts. The foul committed by Bynum.
Great execution by the Suns, and Amari Stoudemire, once again, you see him slip that screen, and Bynum has got to rotate and get over there sooner. That's twice Bynum now has been slow in the rotation. Actually, with Bynum leaving the game now and Lamar Odom coming in, Lamar Odom and Gasol really, I think, are a better defensive matchup against the Suns than when Bynum is on the floor. Marv, it's tough for him to have the mobility to get out on those screens and rotate the way that you have to do against Phoenix.
And Lamar Odom has been a difference maker in this series. 3-point play for Stoudemire. Game 1, 19 points, 19 rebounds for Odom, which Amari Stoudemire called a lucky game, and that certainly backfired in Game 2. Odom coming on strong in the fourth quarter, finished with 17 and 11. Kobe Bryant. So Kobe has come out firing, and the Lakers up by 1. Richardson for 3. Rebounded by Gasol. Now Bryant met by Hill. Swept away by Hill. He stripped Bryant. 3-on-1. Stoudemire to the rim again. Fouled by Odom.
That's when the Suns are at their best, getting out and running. Alvin Gentry told us, Marv, before the game, he said, my big men have to run. Our advantage is speed. And so what happens, you create a turnover, and now you get a chance to get out and run. Jason Richardson actually should have given this ball to Grant Hill, widened the lane, and Amari would have probably got a dunk on this play. As it is, he will go to the free throw line. And once again, very active, Marv. These are already his, 6th and 7th free throws here in the first period.
Well, Stoudemire was on the far side on the right wing with Hill straight down the middle. Amari's now 4 of 6 at the line. The game is tied at 11. You look back at NBA history, no team has come back from a 3-0 deficit, which has occurred in 93 previous best of 7. Bryant gets inside off the fake. And only 14 teams have come back.